That's blinding people. This year, I'm gonna try to focus more on running, like cardio. I do want to lift weights, but I'm thinking more like cardio, like running, walking, bike. Just to start off the new year. Trying to, trying not to get killed by trucks. Thing with this channel, I switched it from helping other channels grow to fitness. I love fitness, so I think I'm gonna keep. I don't know. I might do two channels, but I'm gonna keep it with fitness. And the algorithm is not grabbing my channel like it used to. I mean, I know I'm not active. I guess a little bit of money from old videos. And it's not active. A lot of people don't even know. Like the algorithm, it grabs it, but it doesn't know what to do with it. So by the time it does something, even if other channels watch me, dedicated channels, they'll get a little notification. But it's not the same. It's like a dead channel right now. And all I could do is, I mean, these two channels are old. So I'm not gonna start like a new one. I'm gonna just slowly, get 2 or 3 people watching and 20 and 30 and then just build myself. That's all I could do. I'm not gonna start a new channel and have the algorithm send me new subscribers and new. It doesn't even go by views no more. People don't understand. The algorithm changed. Less than a year ago, it changed. It's not like 6 months ago, the algorithm changed. It doesn't go, even if you get 5 views, you still make money because it's based on, it's using AI. The Google's AI is using AI now to monitor your activities, your actions on YouTube. Literally nobody's here. Um, the thing is, like, it doesn't go by views like it used to. YouTube now, I'm gonna bust my ass with all this shit. YouTube now goes more with, if you go to YouTube Studio, you'll see like when people click on your channel, when they click and stay, things like that, click retention rates. It uses Google's Gemini, that's like an AI, to see your channel's activities on YouTube and all around Google. It grabs that and uses that as views, the old view format. Like right now, people look at, oh, I got 1,000 views. They look at, oh, I got 1,000,000 views. But that's the old way of adding value to your channel. We're on this way. So like when you're on YouTube and you see other channels and you see like the screen, your home screen has like, like 10 channels there, and you can see there a little bit of movement. Like, even though you don't go into the channel, you can see the channel. Like when you look at your home screen, you can see like Mr. Beast, uh, Double Trouble, or whatever videos you watch, right? You can see, even though you're not in it, but you can see it on your screen. That counts as views now. Whenever a person looks at another channel, even though you're not in the channel, once it's on your home screen and you see it, you're getting views. So if 1,000 people see it, that counts as 1 or 2, 3 views and so forth. And they use a combination of that now. Hey, how you doing? Man, I don't know what's on here. Who's on here? Oh, Tax. Hey, Tax, how you doing? That's why I hate these handles. Well, there's no way to run here. Because you can't see the name like before. You could see. Now you see like the handle, like the email shit, and you don't know who's watching you. That's why you go and change it like Tox Vlogs, all capitals, so it could be seen. Like other people, people don't watch like YouTube on big ass screens. They use these little phones, so it's hard to see the letters. People watch YouTube on tablets and mainly on phones, a large percentage. So you can't see Tox Vlog. I mean, you can, but now that I'm jogging and the phone is moving, it's just hard to see the little handle name. Tox, do you know how to change your handle name? Like your name that shows up on the screen? You know how to change it? I don't know if she's listening or just dancing. No, go to YouTube Studio. Real simple. You see your name, you see like your face and all that, like your YouTube Studio. You tap on your face. It's like a little pencil, edit pencil next to it on YouTube Studio. You tap on that, edit pen thing, whatever, next to your face, and then you can see your handle name. You could change that, like and see if it's available, like capital letters, Tox Vlogs. It should be, because I think that's nobody has that name. And then take out the numbers, just leave Tox Vlogs, and that's like your channel name, so everybody know it's you. Right now I see Tox Vlogs 1987 or something, so I don't know who that is. But now, well, then I saw your picture next to it, but the phone is so small you can't read it. I'm just jogging a couple of miles here. So again, I don't know if you're hearing me. If you don't, I know you understand. Like, you always have fun and dance and all that. Even though you're smart, sometimes it is. But it's real simple. Go to YouTube Studio, right? Where you see your name, where you see your face and all that, tap it. Then you go to edit right there. You see like a little pen that says edit, like a little pen right next to your name. You tap the pen and you see the label of your man. I wish I knew Tagalog to help you. You'll see your face, tap it, hit the edit button, like it's like a little pen. Go in there. You'll see your handle. You can type in any new handle. If it's available, it says available, it'll be green. If not, just play with it, like Talk Vlogs, and then maybe like put a 1 next to it. Something that's similar to your name, without the long because it's hard to see it. Oh, you answer back. Take care. So you're not even listening. Are you leaving or out? Sometimes I say take care just for saying it. Usually Americans say take care when they're leaving. So I don't know if you're leaving. Yeah, so you can change your handle from there. If not, just I'll send it to your. I'll send you a message with the pictures. Take care. So if not, Tox, I'll send you. I'll message you how to do it. I'll send like a screenshots of it. So many restaurants here. I'm so makes me hungry as fuck. I'm fasting, so. Are you leaving, Tox? Seriously, you leaving? I go to your channel for hours and you just come in here for a minute. It's dangerous as fuck jogging out here with all these cars. This is the only way to run it. There's a lot of cars, but it's the only place to run. Again, like I said, I'm gonna concentrate more on like cardio and walking. I love to lift weights, man, but I don't think I'm gonna do weights for strength, and I love bodybuilding, but I think that I mean it's not the greatest to be so heavy. Like we lift weights with muscle, and your body doesn't understand that it's muscle. They just understand that it's weight, and that's not good as you get older. It's just good to do like a little bit of weight training, just to, but not. You know, I was getting a lot of weight and muscle and chest, and it's just not good when you get older. Your body thinks you're obese or you're fat, even though you got muscle. That's not good for diabetes, blood pressure, other shit that comes up. So I'll probably do less weights and more cardio. That's better for the heart, for the metabolism. I think I'm in New Orleans. I don't even know what the fuck I'm at. The only thing with cardio, you get skinnier and lighter, and like your face start getting saggy because it doesn't have. It doesn't have like a. It just sags because you're losing so much weight. But the muscle you keep more water and more fullness. But when you do less weighting, less weight. Hey, what's up? Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. Again, who is this? Oh, Neverland. See, Neverland changed her name, so now you can see it better. Even though it's small, but I told her to change because her name is Neverland, and then when it ends there, put a cap like a big letter L live to separate it because it just looks like Never Alive. Like it doesn't look like Neverland, it just says Never Alive, like one long. And then when you separate it, if you, well, I didn't know it's gonna be this noisy, man. It was quiet and now, Jesus Christ, it's noisy as fuck. So when you separate it with two, like using a handle is like using an email name. You can't separate it. That has to be one. I gotta get microphone too. It gotta be like one long. I was gonna buy some. They sold out. That last whenever the fuck it was. I was gonna buy some microphones. They sold out. I had to get a printer. So this is like my third printer, HP printer. The first one, after like 3 days, I used Chat GPT to help me, right? AI. It was helping me, but the particular printer is not listed to take wireless, right? So it's not listed. Even Chat GPT, which is AI, like Google shit, but helping you on a personal basis, it's just faster than Google, whatever, right? So using Chat GPT, even that bitch didn't know. She's like, oh, okay, we're gonna figure this out, reset it, do this. But she didn't know it was not on the list. So that's why it was not showing up. So I could like connect it to Wi-Fi, this and that and the third. Damn, they got Anytime Fitness there. See right there? Nah, I'm gonna just do cardio. I do want to lift weights, but I put on so much weight that my body thinks I'm obese. Like it thinks I'm fat. And I gotta like, take it down a little bit because it thinks that I'm fat. And I'm trying to control everything inside. I want everything to be normal. So I'm gonna do more cardio, which I'm gonna lose more weight. My face will probably be sagging. I don't really feel like getting plastic surgery. If it does that, it does that. I'm not gonna get no fake shit. Hopefully it won't. I'll just drink more water, whatever. I'll drink more water. This is one noisy, dangerous road, man. I honestly don't even know what the fuck I'm at. What is this shit? This might be interstate. It's noisy as fuck. I like running without the. Let me think about what I'm gonna say. I like running on a treadmill, but it's not the same as running in real life. Like here, the treadmill controls the treadmill controls the speed, and I like it better when I can control the ground, like running or even walking. And the treadmill, you can't walk because it's like, it's doing like let's say 10 miles, whatever, like 30 miles, right? 30 miles per hour. Now, the spinning, right, when you're on there, it's kind of pushing your legs and it's making you run faster, but it's not like a natural movement. Like it's forcing you to run faster or slower and all that. But when you're out here, see, you can control the ground, you can control the speed on your legs, and to give you more, to give you more control over your movement, your muscles, and all that, and to burn more calories. So that's why I'm going to concentrate on running out here more to have that control. And versus, kind of just letting the treadmill run for you. I mean, again, it's good to have the treadmill. You can still burn calories, but this is more effective. You have better control. Like when I'm tired, I can either run slower or whatever. With the treadmill, when you're tired, you're straining. And when you're straining and pushing it, it's not the same because it's just better that you have control of your body, not a machine having control of your legs. Like when you're walking, it's better to walk a few minutes than to go on the treadmill for 30 or 40 minutes. It's better if you do. It's better like if you do again. Let me think about my thoughts. It's better if you do walking out here 15 minutes, running 15 minutes, instead of doing a 1 hour treadmill. Because the treadmill is not gonna, you can't control. I think that's a bike coming up here. Huh? With the treadmill, you can't control your body. So 15 minutes of natural walking or running is better than 1 hour of treadmill. And again, don't get me wrong, the treadmill is okay, but it's not as effective. Hey, what's up? Thanks everybody that's here. The letters are so small I can't see it. You're nobody's replying because I'm probably talking too fast. Oh, thanks, Neverland, for the membership. I appreciate that. Somebody said yes. Oh, Neverland. I think Tox went back to dancing or cooking or I don't know. Tox is so busy in her channel now. She always says she's hungry and this and that. And I get that. Oh, you here? Thanks. Thanks. Yeah, and then she goes out and she takes the whole family out, and then now she's broke again. And I get it, like, but if you're gonna be that broke, I'd rather just do groceries for the whole family that lasts longer than spend the whole thing on one little chicken, one little Jollibee. Versus, I'm just saying, like, I would rather buy groceries for the whole week. I mean, I know you want to go out once in a while, but it's like you're going out all the time. And then you say you don't have money or whatever, and then YouTube doesn't pay that much. I would just it's so fucking big, man. I'm lifting, I'm running with a lot of weight. I gotta get used to it. I haven't done this in months, like a long time. I used to race in college and high school and all that, and play sports, captain of my teams, and all conference, like all-star awards and MVPs. Then I just kind of started lifting weights. I love lifting weights, I'm not gonna lie, but it's just not benefit for people to get older to be heavy like this. Maybe for others, but not for me. So I gotta concentrate more on maybe running a little bit more than lifting weights, which I hate because I'm gonna get smaller. But at least I'll be healthier, right? Thanks for the membership too. Thumbs up. Who's on here? Thanks, Arlene. So that's what I'm thinking, like maybe less. Let me go down here. Might be less traffic down here. I think this is the airport. That's the airport. There's more traffic up there because it's the airport. Let me go down here. Hopefully nobody's texting and they hit me because it's real small. Thanks for everybody coming over. I appreciate that. So that's my new thing. I think I'm gonna do more running. I love running, but It just takes away your muscle. It just. Uh, I love doing it, but not too much. When I was in a trucker, I used to take my bike and fuck drive for 4 hours on my road bike. Just fucking ride and ride, and then I'll still be at the gym though. But I just had more time as a trucker. Trucking takes 85% of my time. I got like 15 to take a shower, eat, and take a shit. Everything else is just trucking behind the wheel. You can't do nothing. You know, I like to do my own taxes, my own, and I don't even have time for that unless if I take off for half a day because, oh, there's no way to run here. Go back over here. Yup, it's no way to, it's too dangerous. I'm gonna run this way. It's too small and it's dark. Look how dark that shit is. Let me go back to the noise. It's half a mile over there for the noise. And I could run easily miles, as you can see, half a mile, that's a mile, half and half, right, equals a whole mile. And I could do that easily talking and whatever, because I'm not racing or whatever. The point is, I have no issues with running. It's just losing the weight, right? I need to get a bigger phone, man. This phone is too small with the screen. Also, I cut down on like fake carbs. Like I just eat carbs from like fruit. Like no more breads, no more like vegetables, carbohydrates from vegetables. I eat a lot. Meats, just plain fucking steak, chicken, whatever. Ground beef, pork, all the protein from that, and then no. Even though I love rice, but I can't. No more artificial carbs, like processed carbs, none of that shit. So when it's been, let me think it again, because I know I'm talking too fast here. I cut down on carbs now more than 6 months, and I feel good. Processed carbs, like breads and all that shit, pizza, and I feel good. Eating all natural. Right now I could run without no real training easily. I don't need to run and train and build up. I just put on my shoes, and so far I'm running like 2 miles, right? Almost 3 right now. Easy. 2 something miles, right? Easy. Thanks guys for coming over. 1 hour. Oh, okay. Walking. Well, I'm not just walking. I'm like running a little bit. Like this is walking. So I'm like jogging. I'm not really running. I'm jogging real fast, like jogging. See, this is walking. Long steps, walking, right? This is walking fast. This is jogging. You see the ground moving? So that's why I've been doing like jogging instead of walking. Obviously, I can't cover 2 miles or 3 miles walking that fast. That takes longer, so it's gonna get dark down there. So right now, that is the airport. I don't even know. Look. I know it's dark. I hate when people do vacation videos. Oh, I'm gonna be in Saragway, whatever the fuck. I'm gonna be in Pampanga, Philippines, or USA. And the camera, even with a super camera, everything looks the same. Like you can't really, and nobody's gonna go there. Like whenever, oh, come here, it's cheap. It's a swimming pool. Like, yeah, nobody, unless if it's like a national chain or you're nearby, nobody's gonna look at a video and say, "Oh, I'm gonna go to where he's at," because because Jesus Christ, I need microphones and put on the light. I appreciate that. Oh, okay. You better start sending me money. You're gonna spoil me. So when you see all these videos with people saying, "Come to Pompano, Philippines," and this and that, or buy this motel, look at this. Like, no, like really to get there, it costs so much. It's hard. It's not real easy to travel to the Philippines. Now, if you're in Manila and main places, it might be easier. But when you're in the islands and all that, like it's hard in the Philippines. People wasting the videos. Then they say, "Well, I'm not getting no views," because nobody knows about those places. Like, even if it's Vietnam. Wow, look at this beautiful hotel in Vietnam. It's only like 500 whatever. Okay, that's great, but nobody's gonna go there because it's 1,000 other choices that's cheaper and faster to get there. Probably more safe or whatever. You know what I mean? But when you have that, and it's okay. At least it's content, and it's not boring or whatever. But it's just for me. It's like right now I'm jogging. I'm not gonna show shit because everything looks the same. Look, want to buy jumbo shrimp for $6 almost a pound? Here it is. Go to this place. Like really, Americans watch my channel more. For some reason, the Philippines like 2%. And Indians watch me and all that, right? My demographic, my demographic, even though I'm always in the Philippine channels, but the people that watch me is not the Philippines. That's crazy, right? I mean, it's Philippines here now, but the ones that watch without clicking into the channel and logging in is Americans, British, Indians. No, and then the Philippines like 2% at the bottom. And it's crazy because I focus more on well, I do watch all the channels. I'm not gonna lie. I watch a lot of different channels, but I support Philippine channels too. It's getting dark. All these places are nice here, but Americans already know about it. I don't need to put it on the channel here. Hey, come over here, get shrimp. Everybody already knows. Look how dark it is. I don't got my reflector. It's dangerous because somebody could try to avoid a car and then come in here and hit me. Very dangerous. I wish I could put this down on my face. But now I look weird. Now everybody's streaming. I remember when I even named my channel Live. People said, "What's that?" I put Alex Live, right? LIVE, live feed. Now everybody's fucking doing lives. Everybody's doing live. That's the fastest way to get money, to get monetized, right? To get hours, or to get retention and click-through rates, because nobody goes by hours and views anymore. The algorithm only rewards you if you're so fucking noisy here, man. I had no idea it was going to be this noisy. So now the algorithm rewards you for keeping people on the platform, even if it's two, three, one, 1,000. Like people say, oh, I got 2,000 people watching me. Half of that is robots, right? Somebody probably triggered a robot. Now you're getting, but they love it. Oh, I got 2,000 views right now. I got 2,000 people watching me. You got a channel that has 5 people. That channel is giving you more rewards to your hours to get monetized, to get money every month with 5 people because they're true. They're staying on the platform versus 1,000 people that's coming and going every minute. But it looks good. Oh, look at that. I'm popular. People love me. I got 2,000 people watching. But only a small percentage count because they're coming and leaving, coming and going. You only get rewarded by YouTube with money and all that by keeping people, staying people on your channel, keeping people. So out of that 2,000, maybe 100 is staying, you know. In your case, you got 10 that never left. So you're getting a bigger reward than people having 2,000 people watching and only 100 staying, and only 100 supporting you, but then that 100 is not consistently staying, right? They're like leaving slowly. You got 5, 10 people, 15, 20 staying. That's a bigger reward. It doesn't go by views anymore. The algorithm is looking at your Google searches, your artificial intelligence, how it's going to look at your channel. Right now, it goes by click-through rate, click-through retention rate, no fucking views, right? Even if they watch your channel without commenting, like lurking, it's fine. That's why you want to say thank you, lurkers. Or if you're not watching, please, next time you come in, I hope I win your trust and you subscribe or you comment. See, you don't say, oh, you're lurkers. Like lurkers count. Like the same way haters count because they're commenting. The algorithm going to see people, lurkers, watching your channel. That's why when you do a live feed, there's like 5 people. But then when you download you'll see 1,000 people watched. Where do you think that came from? Nobody goes to a live feed channel and watches it over unless they're a true fan. People from the outside are not going to say, oh, I'm going to watch this live feed of Alex. I'm not that special to have the world watch Alex do a workout or whatever, right? The only people watching is the lurkers that you can't see that adds up to 1,000 or 2,000 views. So, hey, welcome aboard, lurkers. And don't even call them that because then they feel weird. People that just watch, you say, people that just watch it without commenting, thank you for coming. Hopefully you'll join the next time. And just thank them because if you're smart about how YouTube works and they know, like today's generation, then you're up, you're catching up. Fucking loud. You're catching up with YouTube. Today's kids are smart as fuck when they go on YouTube. The live streamers now, even the famous ones, they use robots to, 2,000 viewers on a live stream. And some YouTubers don't, like the true ones. They'll tell you they use real subscribers. Jesus, America is loud. You think the Philippines is loud? Jesus Christ. So that's what you're having, on YouTube. You're going to have not lurkers. Again, lurker is like a person that's going to do something bad or weird or whatever, or they're not like involved. People that just watching, you thank them. Hey, thanks for watching and not commenting, but next time I hope you comment. Or I hope you join, and thank you. Thank you, my main subscribers. Thank you, super chatters. Thank you if you want to use their names, if you remember it. Now, YouTube changed this format. Like before, you could see top chatters, their names. I can't find this shit on this particular live feed. I just see the handles, and I don't see like the old elements from Like before, you could see everything, how many people, how much money this guy gave and the whatever, right? And like right now, you got to go off the stream to see all this, which is kind of weird. But the reason YouTube done this, now you got to remember, YouTube been doing this format here with the love. I keep saying love handles with the handles instead of the avatar and all that. They've been doing that for a lot of years, and to transition over to this shit is expensive and time consuming. So right now it's the safest because people can't do fake channels no more if they use handles like this. And the old way, you could do 5, 10, 20 different channels and, you know, troll people, call them names. They delete you, then you do another channel. They delete you. Now you can see who's doing the channels because these are your handles. This is how you generate 5, 10 different channels with this handle. So I could do Alex workout and then Alex workout 2. But then now if you do that, you're going to still see my handle. So it's safer now. So that's why YouTube is using that. I thought I was going to get hit. So now YouTube is doing this shit here for, you know, like and that's what you want, you know, to have safety in your channel. I don't even know who's here. I'm probably talking fast as fuck. Who's ever here, thanks for coming over. Like I can see the name, but I can't read it because it's so small. And then when I work out, I like to talk, right? When I lift weights, I can't talk because I'm sucking air, and maybe I can. I think if I get microphones. I hate talking loud when people's around me. They look weird. I don't know what it is. People don't like to be on YouTube. They don't like to be recorded. They hate it for some reason. So when I'm working out, I don't want to let people know that I'm doing social media because they can hear my voice or whatever. So I'm like, I don't even talk. You know, and lifting weights is more intense. You know, you got to concentrate more to get a better whatever, a better grip and all that. So a lot of lights here. So I'm already 2 miles in. I probably do like 5 miles. And again, I do this to prove people like we can do the same shit. Like, look, I'm jogging slow, so I can walk. I can walk fast, or I could jog. I'd rather have jogging slow. But yeah, I mean, anybody could do this. Like, as you get past 20, 25, your body's not the same when you're 15, 16, and 20. When you're 15, 16, and 20, yeah, you still look the same, but your body is moving inside fast, burning shit, burning calories, high metabolism, right? Just moving. You're 21 to 25, it's there, right? It's not gonna be faster or slower, it's just there. It's called prime time, right? 25, 35, whatever your body, that's the point your body's gonna stop. You can't get older, you can't get younger. That's it. Boom, 30, 25, 35. If you're just eating popcorn and chicken adobo sitting in your ass, doing like a YouTube live without working out, we already know what's gonna happen. Right? You're gonna get fat. The thing is, I love Filipinas. Like my mom was small, like Filipina was short. And she studied to be a doctor of business and analytics. Not a medical doctor, but a doctor of business, PhD. She was always sitting and studying. And there'd be times when she gained a lot of weight because she was studying and, you know, always sitting down for school. And she also worked. So, because she's small, even if she gained 5 pounds, you could see it. The thing with tall people, they could gain 20 pounds and it's hard to really see it. When you're short, if you gain 5, 10 pounds, oh, it shows up everywhere because you're so Filipino are real short, especially females. When the female's 18, 25, right? Everything is nice. But when they sit, because their body is slowing down, 26, 27, 28, 30, 35, and they sit, even if they gain 5 or 10 pounds, you can see it because they're so short. If they gain 15 pounds, you can see it. They're not the same person when you saw at 25 or 18, you know, because 5, 10, 15 pounds on a short person comes out real fast. So the secret is, if you know that, when you're working out, you run, you walk, you do what it takes because you know that you're shorter, and even 5 pounds gonna make you look fat, right? Because you're shorter. Again, if you was tall, you can't see the shit because it spreads out, right? It spreads out because you're tall. But when you're short, I'm the same way. I'm not tall, but I'm not short. So if I gain 10 pounds, you can see it on my face right away, right? If I lose 10 pounds, you can see it. So, or if around my waistline. Right now I'm a 30, size 30 in my waist. You can see my 6-packs, little veins, right? You can see it at the gym when I flex, right? But if I was the other way, if I had 20 pounds, 15 or 10, I'll look fat, right? I won't even be able to run and talk and do this shit. Jog fast, I won't be able to do this shit because, I'm shorter and it's harder to maintain not to look fat. So everybody has to understand, like, move around. I think Tox, I don't even know if she's here. She dances. I know lately she doesn't dance. I guess the holidays or whatever. But it's times when all she does is dance. And you can see it on her. Right now, she's probably water retention, whatever her period, whatever it is. You got more bloat, more water. But when you're dancing around, she does like a lot of dancing, right? And dancing with the coconuts and chamba, whatever the fuck, right? Zumba. When she does all that, you can see her face is skinny. Everything is skinnier. And because she's short. So as soon as she loses like 5 to 10 pounds, even if it's water, you can see how slim she is because she's shorter and she lost 5 to 10 pounds. Mostly water, right? Because it takes time to lose fat. So in 1 week, when she loses that, it's basically water. In 2 weeks, she loses a little fat. You can see her legs and her arms, right? Her face is skinny. So the thing is, concentrate on how your body is and determine how much can you get away. How much weight can you get away to put on. In the Philippines, it's hard too because there's not a lot of jobs. In America, all my American subs here, they understand it's more a better health system to get food that's healthier. But in the Philippines, fish is great. Eating fish, that's one of the best things for life. Eggs, which has a lot of protein. But they mainly eat carbs because the rice, that's pure carbs. I had a friend that her uncle died. He was in his 50s, young. That's fucking young nowadays. And he ate too much carbs. That's the only thing you could eat in a mountains, province, or whatever, right? You can't eat like real food, like under control food. And he died at 57 from eating, too much carbs and high blood pressure and all that. It's easier to control. For me, I run here and I could control my blood pressure and my sugar, right? And then I have food everywhere. But over there is different. In the Philippines, you may not have choices of a lot of fruit, meats and all that. And there's only like rice or whatever. I've seen videos of Filipinos in other parts of the country just eating rice. Rice for breakfast. Rice for lunch. They go home, rice. That's not healthy. They look healthy because the rice has a lot of calories, has a little protein, but it's mainly sugar, right? Carbohydrates. All of that catches up to your insides when you pass, like I told you, past 30, past 20 years old. When you pass a certain age, you're you're gonna realize like, what the fuck? I gotta stop eating something, and all you're eating is rice. Like when you don't have a lot of money, you need to survive. You can't go fishing because it's too far, right? By the time you go fishing, and it's not a lot of fish. You need a boat. You can't take it there. And then you gotta buy fish. It's expensive because some places. So you gotta eat fucking rice, eat fucking fruit, eat whatever's in the land, right? Fuck, if you see a cat or a dog, if you're fucking hungry, it's the same. It's an animal. Oh, well, you're eating cats and dogs. So what? If you're hungry, fuck, you better move the hell. You better get out of here. Or I might eat your ass. Shit. We need to survive. We're eating whatever the fuck is out here. That happens here too in the States. Motherfuckers are eating dogs and cats like nothing because they don't have no fucking money to eat. You can't criticize that. I won't. I mean, well, you had to eat it. You know. See, I remember when I was 5 years old. When we moved here, we're Americans, but we moved from Puerto Rico here to the mainland, and we didn't have no food because my mom was starting to be a doctor, and my real father was an asshole. He was beating her up, so she left him, and it was hard for her to have two jobs and all that. We didn't have no food. A lot of my grandma was fucking feeding us. I think she was feeding us pigeons. They're like birds. I'm like, fuck it. It's a fucking same as chicken, but smaller, or whatever. Like, I'm hungry. I don't know what I'm eating, but I know that she would tell us, our grandma that is, until we could get money, we'll buy whatever. We didn't have electric light, we buy candles. Like we didn't have money to for electricity, and we had to buy candles to see like at nighttime, and I see the kids running around with new sneakers and new clothes, and I'm like, damn, I want that too, like I wanted a nice Christmas presents, like electric cars and race cars and limos, and we get like basic stuff, and that's just natural. Fuck it, if you're poor, if you don't have money, you live with what you have. You live with what you have. I remember my grandma made me like a wheel, because I wanted the big wheel, like a little bicycle thing that it was like plastic. It was like but I was jealous because my white neighbor, it's fucking noisy as fuck. My white neighbors, right? I'm trying to see if you see it. My white neighbors, they had like expensive, nice cars and gifts and all that, and I'm like, wow, I want that too. It's called the big wheel. And my grandma went to the backyard, got a broom, and got like a can, like the crackers that come in that big can, the soda, I think they're called whatever, the white crackers, and she got the can lid, got a nail, and I'm like, what are you doing? And she said it with love. She said, here's the big wheel. It's just. But you know what? I didn't criticize her. I took the wheel with the broom handle and the tin, like the wheel was made out of tin, like metal from the soda. It's like a big gallon of soda. Like, remember those? Like, I think they were called soda crackers. And I was so happy. I had that. Hey, how you doing? Thanks for coming over. Oh, it's the same one. And I was so happy when she made me that. And she took out of her heart to make me a toy, and I was happy. I was playing around and imagining there was a big wheel that was like the one that my neighbors had, and for me, even that gesture, like that action of her doing that, was good enough. Like sometimes we can't eat like Big Mac. And man, this is so noisy. You can't eat Big Mac. Ouch, that hurt. Got hit by a little rock. And I'm like, I want a Big Mac. I want a Big Mac. She said, come here. She sat me down, and she got a couple patties and some square bread, some mayonnaise, some onions. She said, "Here it is, 2 hamburgers, Big Mac." I'm like, this is. I said, like, this is nowhere near a Big Mac. Doesn't even look like a big. But in my heart, I said she's doing her best because we didn't have money to buy McDonald's, And she made me a nice Big Mac, nice and juicy, and I think the comedian Eddie Murphy did the same, like their parents, and he called it Mama Burger. It was weird. He called it a Mama Burger, and that's what we had. We had Mama Burgers instead of Big Macs, and even Eddie Murphy was raised like poor. His father was a New York cop. They didn't make that much. They didn't make that much money because it was a lot of kids, right? And he wasn't poor, but he didn't have money. He'd be stealing bikes. He'd be stealing hubcaps like every little kid that was poor. He would tell you the truth, like Eddie Murphy, this famous comedian. And anybody else would tell you the same thing, like, when you're raised poor. I never lie about that. Like, I never act, I could make a lot of money now, but I don't use that against people. I don't, I don't pretend I'm rich and all that. Like, nobody even knows what if I'm rich. I'm always going to be this way. I'm never going to change. So that's the difference. Like, a lot of Filipinos, they don't have money for food. They don't have money to buy things that they want. And, they just, do what they survive. A lot of people, y'all eat this and y'all. So what? Who cares what the Filipinos or Vietnamese eat? Who cares? They're surviving. You think they want to eat crap? You think they want to eat shit? No, they want to eat the good stuff, but they can't. So you got to respect that. We're human. We eat what we survive how we survive. I wasn't rich. I wasn't crazy poor, but it was times we didn't have electricity. It was times we didn't have food. It was time we didn't have everything basic. Growing up, all these government programs that's around now, people right now are living off government free rent, free food, free medical. We didn't have that. Now they're living off everything free. Free heat for the house, electricity for the air conditioner 24/7, all of that from the government. And they cheat the system because that's only temporary. You go on these programs and then you get a job 3-4 months later. These guys stay on there 30, 40 years abusing the system. Some of them got 3 accounts of welfare fraud. They're driving around in new cars and collecting, when you're in welfare, you're not supposed to have a brand. Oh, this smog is getting to me. When you're on these programs, you're not allowed to have cars and expensive shit. They got all this expensive shit because they're stealing, faking the program. Some of them are drug dealing in the side, but nonetheless, these programs are temporary. When I was in college, I went on welfare for three months because they fucked up my thing for school, for college. I was there for 3 months and I hated it. I'd be so embarrassed, hiding my face. These people now, they record their shit. Look at us, we're on welfare on TikTok or whatever. Like, I was so embarrassed. I didn't want to know people knew that. After 3 months, I was happy because I was able to find a job. But these people stay on that for lifetimes. They have kids. They go on it. Those kids have kids. 3 generations. It's a particular group of people. I'm not going to say who it is, but it's not white or Spanish. You already know who it is. But they take advantage of everything here. And they abuse the system. We're paying taxes on it, But if you're poor and you need money, fuck, man, I'll eat anything. And we did. But again, there were different programs back then. We didn't have the opportunity to apply for stuff because it was new. It was not there yet. Nowadays, everywhere, nobody starves here. Every one of these people that's collecting free money and rent are obese. 200, 300 pounds. Obesity. Like, I'd rather have a Filipina that's skinny and all that than one of these Americans. These American girls, not all, but a majority are like so obese and overweight. Like it's just not, for me, it's not a, I mean, if you're a friend, that's fine, but sexually, that's not attractive at all. It's just, some people like it, but I don't. That's my preference. I'd rather have, I bust my ass to stay in shape for you. I expect for you to do the same. You're gonna, like, fuck, do something, dance to stay in shape. A lot of these females, they just give up after 25, and they don't understand your hormones, your insides, especially if you have kids, is gonna change. It's gonna put you in a position that you don't want to work out or do nothing. And what they do is they lay back and they eat. They get overweight, and it's not good. So the thing with Filipinas, even if they have money, they understand how it works. Like they don't want to, gain too much fat. Even if they have money to buy lechon every day and shit and good food, they don't. They monitor their little portions. They know like one little small cup of rice is more than enough. I see Filipinos eat rice for like 5 men, like 2 pounds of it, with a little piece of chicken and a little bit of dipping sauce. For I think whatever that was, what is it? It's like a sauce that they use. What is that sauce? It's over here. Cat, are you following? What is that sauce? It's like a dipping sauce with the chicken, and they like dip it in there. What's it called? It's not adobo. What's it called? Marilyn, what's that sauce with the chicken where you dip it? Is it garlic sauce? No, it's not garlic. It's soy, right? Soy sauce. Yeah, they take the soy sauce, one little cup of soy sauce, with like 5 pounds of rice. And this is a female, a girl, like nothing. She grabs the rice with one fist, shovels it in her mouth, takes a bite of the chicken, a little soy sauce, then she drizzles like a few drops into the rice. She grabbed that rice like a shovel. Boom. I mean, I understand that the rice is good and it's good nutrition, but at the same time, one little cup is more than enough for a female. These female, most of them are eating like a gallon of it, not one little cup of rice. And they act like if they don't eat rice, they're gonna die. They gotta have. I love rice, but I know it's not good for me. So I don't love it that much that I don't give a fuck about my health. I know they're eating a lot and that's the problem with Filipinos. They don't have an option, and they gotta keep eating it, and it kills them. It puts them in the hospital, and then the YouTuber got to spend money from their, YouTube money to pay for the parents' funeral, or to pay for the doctor bill, which I don't even know what's worse. Paying for them fucking, that's crazy. The Philippine doctor bills, they're crazy, expensive as fuck. So that's why I'm looking at it. Is it worth it? Like honestly, I'd rather not eat the rice. And here in the States, it tells you eat 1 cup or half a cup of rice per day. Filipinos eat a gallon of rice in the morning for lunch. They take it to school, and then they eat more rice. And then when they're 25, 35, they're fat or they're sick. Their blood pressure and all that. And I know that's the only thing they can eat. That's terrible. But monitor it. If you're not gonna die if you don't eat you could eat eat 3 cups. Don't eat a gallon of rice. Don't eat 3 pounds of it. Eat a quarter. And then you say to yourself, well, I'm not gonna get sick and I'm gonna live longer. Fuck it. Eating 1,000 pounds of rice that's gonna kill you because you think you need to eat it because if you don't eat it, you die. Well, you're gonna die suffering, losing your arm, diabetes, blood pressure killing you. You're swelled up inside. So a lot of Filipinos don't have that education. They think, fuck it, we're gonna eat rice and they do great. They eat rice and chicken, but they eat They say 2 portions of chicken and 5 pounds of rice. Okay, you defeated the purpose. The chicken, the fish is healthy, but now you just ate like too much rice. And I know I keep saying rice, 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 and that's what Filipinos love. I love rice. My favorite dish, even if I was a billionaire, rice and eggs. Rice and fried eggs. I'll eat that shit all day fucking long. And there's times when I ate a whole bag of rice. When I was younger, I would eat a whole fucking bag of rice, man. Either with sardines, mustard, and onions. Fuck, that's what my mom ate. And my mom wasn't poor. She loved chicharrones, right? Chicharrones, the pork skins, with a potato salad. That's at least. That potato salad is at least. Oh fuck, I would say per serving, easily 5,000 calories. The chicharrones, she used to eat the pure ones with the real fat. That I would say another 5,000. She would easily eat in 10 minutes 20,000 calories plus the soda that had a lot of sugar. You know, that's not healthy. My mom, this scared the shit out of me. And I would eat tons of it when I was a kid. She would take me to the bakery, and I would eat like she would say, pick whatever you want. I'm like 9, 12 years old. I'm picking all the worst things you could pick in a bakery, donuts, cakes, and I became so obese and so heavy and fat. I couldn't fit clothes for kids. When I was 9 and 10, I was shopping clothes with the men's section, the big fucking men, like big man. I was that big. That's why I still like feeling heavy, but now I can't because it's just not good for you. So, I felt so good, like eating candy like that, like pure chocolate, pure vanilla, pure donuts and all that treats and lemon cakes and all that as a kid. And I was destroying myself because, when I was in school, nobody picked me for sports because I was too fat. I could run and move, but not much. And I would cry. Hey, thanks for coming over. I would cry because nobody picked me. You know what I mean? And, there was a point in time when they picked a guy in a wheelchair instead of me. I'm like, really? We were playing tag, like catch, like chasing each other and all that. I'm like, they skipped me for a guy in a wheelchair. I'm like, okay, it's time for me to go on a diet. Like that hurt. That one hurt. Getting a guy in a wheelchair. Now I know they did it as a joke, but still. So I started losing weight, and I started doing a lot of dedicated training, gymnastics, football, soccer, basketball. I started doing track and field, cross country running. I started doing all that, and I lost a lot of weight, got in shape. I became MVP of my team, most valuable player. I ran track. I was captain of the team. I went to college, same shit. I was captain of my sports teams. Got awards, second place for the state, and all that in running, and I loved it. But I changed my whole life around. Like all I'm saying is, you could do the same thing. If I did that, this is a true story. Anybody could fucking just stop eating cakes and donuts. I remember when I saw my last chocolate, I said, that's it. I know why I'm fat. I know why I'm overweight. No more. It was called the George Washington chocolate cake. Some kind of I don't even know if they make it no more. I gotta Google it. But it was just basically fudge cake. It kind of tastes like, I can't remember. It was a weird tasting chocolate, but it was good as fuck and a lot of calories. That was my I left it there. Like I looked at it. Then everybody knew it was my cake. They didn't touch it. Every time I ate the whole thing by myself every week, plus other shit and more stuff that takes too long to list here. But and I stopped. Right now I just finished running, jogging real fast. You know, the fucking camera's fucking up. Maybe this way. Nice one. Maybe just straighten it out. Oh fuck it. If you put it straight, it says it's crooked. If you put it crooked, it says YouTube, man. They can't never get this shit straight. But yeah, and Filipinos could do the same, man. Just fucking hold back on food, eat a little bit, less rice, less stuff that's gonna, fuck you up later. It ain't fucking you up now because your system is strong. You're 20 or 30. Once you start reaching 40 and 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, you can't do all that shit. All that rice and this and that. All that extra cake. It tastes good, but it's not good. It tastes good as fuck. Like, you don't think I'm gonna run to McDonald's and get a nuggets, but if I do that right now, I throw up because the chemicals is fake, it's not real meat. My body's gonna take it and think it's a fucking disease and make me throw up. It's not gonna, my body can't suck nutrition out of that. You know what I mean? It's oil, fake ingredients, fake preservatives. It's not real fruits, it's not real vegetables, real meat. It's gonna say, what the fuck is this? It's gonna make me nauseated and sick. The oils are fake oils, sunflower and all that shit. It's not like a real, I use like real olive oil, real shit. And again, if I eat that shit, I'm pretty much fucked. I'll be sick. I mean, I love the way it tastes, but it takes weeks and months to get used to the taste again. Your body's gonna, it's not real. I love hamburgers and all that, but it's too many other chemicals involved, so I'd rather make a real one, right? And that's the secret right there. You make your own stuff, cook it at home. If you drive a lot on the road, just make some little shit in a hotel room. If you get a hotel, just fucking make it there. You don't gotta worry about chemicals and others crap. I worked at a hotel security, and the restaurant manager inside the hotel, they do like gourmet, like shit for people, like parties and catering. They have steaks, lobster, the most expensive season in the world, safran. That shit costs like $5,000. $5,000 for like a small can from Spain. They have all kinds of shit. And he said, go back there and make yourself whatever the fuck you want. I go back there and all I see is roaches and rats inside the kitchen. And I ain't give a fuck about the steak and all that, but that's just a bad environment. It's so sickening to see that. They'll bring exterminators in, but it was like, that shit didn't work, man. I go there, turn on the lights, fucking insects and roaches and rats having a party. For me, it's like disgusting. So I know when I go out, who knows? This is a clean restaurant with a 5-star rating with fucking rats and roaches in there. And I do that because I work there at nighttime doing security. And I knew the manager because before I went to work there, I worked as a school bus driver for the high school kids. And I knew her daughter before I became manager of security at the hotel, the restaurant. So I knew her daughter from picking her up from school and dropping her. So her mom, the manager, said, whenever you want, man, you go back in that kitchen and make yourself steaks and whatever. I'm like, okay, it's lobster. And whenever they had birthday parties and weddings, they will have, when they cook, they have leftovers, steaks, lobster, crab, everything good. But after I found out about the rats and the fucking roaches in that kitchen, I never looked at that food the same way. Like, I'm not gonna eat something knowing that fucking rats are there, roaches on top. Like, I don't care how much you clean it. They're there overnight on top of the spoons, on top of the pans and dishes. I was so gross, man. I'm like, I'm done. I ate there a few times thinking it was clean. Whenever it was leftover, not leftover, but like whenever there was extra food that nobody ate in the kitchen, the cook, the chef would say, hey, Alex, have this. I'm like, okay, all right. Now I stop because same shit right now. Like, if I go out now to that restaurant there, I don't know how clean they are in the kitchen. Even if I go back there and they're clean, how about at nighttime? That's when it counts. What's out there at nighttime? How does it look like? You know? Are you gonna turn on the lights and see la cucaracha, no podía caminar? Like you're gonna see fucking roaches in there dancing to Mexican shit, fucking rats and fucking doing breakdancing and shit, ratatouille. What am I gonna find when I turn on these fucking lights over there? Like I could see it clean now. I don't trust people. I like to cook my own stuff, bro. Like if I have to, 90%. I want to see if I buy it at the restaurant. I mean at the store. I take it out. It's in a package, and then I cook it. You know. Nowadays these young kids go in the back of the kitchen having sex all day long. Then they're gonna grab your hamburger buns with all kinds of shit on there, all kinds of stuff. Like, you know, I just don't. You go to the Philippines, it's the same thing. You don't know, you know, if they eat whatever they eat, that's their problem. They have to survive. You know, they don't have options or choices. Sometimes we don't have that. Like if there's no restaurant open, and I don't even eat out. But if there's nothing open, I gotta starve until the next day, until some shit opens up. Because I'm not gonna go to any restaurant and eat food. I'd rather fucking starve. You know, even if you have options, sometimes you get fucked. If you do get options, you get fucked. It's like either way, you gotta pick your poison. Thing is loud as fuck. I don't go out like that. I don't give a fuck what they say. I never go out. That's the last option for me. If I see a restaurant that's like really high rated, then I'll go out with my girlfriend or friends. But it's such a risk when you know, just do regular restaurants, right? But it will. High blood, yeah. What's going to give me high blood? What do you mean, Eric? I said that. But it will give you high blood. What, the rice or the restaurant food? What do you mean? It will give you high blood. Well, the only thing that gives you high blood is like a lot of salts and artificial stuff, and you know that's the only thing that gives you like high blood. Or if you're overweight, like they say, your body, your frame, your bones, when you're born, it knows how much weight is for you naturally, right? You reach a set. So now when you're 20, 25, 35, all you do is eat and get fat. Now that point is past. Now you're like 15, 10 pounds over what your body needs you to be, right? When you're at that point, one thing you have to consider is, you have to consider the fact that you're older and you're sitting down more, or you're eating more, and you're not 18. Your body knows at 15, 18, 20 how much fat you need, how much weight, not to get sick, right? When you pass that, you start getting diabetes, high blood pressure. So now, when you're eating the wrong things, like sugars, like high processed sugars, when you're eating a lot of that, what happens is the sugars, your body can't process the higher amount. Your insulin production and your blood pressure affects that. You can't process high food amounts. And, when you're eating a lot of sugars, the pressure builds up. You're gaining more weight. The sodium, the artificial sugar, the sugars are slower, like carbohydrates and rice. When it's just sticking in your body, you can't control that, and it's becoming sugar. That's like you go to if you get pure sugar and you eat it, you suck it into your body, you're eating pure sugar. That's not good for you. Even as a kid or whatever, it affects your brain, it just messes you up. So now, the rice becomes sugar later. It's complex carbohydrate. Complex mean complicated sugar. Complex carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are sugars that your body uses for energy, for long distance, for working out later, right? If you don't work out, if you sit all day, or if you don't work out enough, you could be in the fields, like most of these uncles and fathers working in the fields, rice pulling, cultivating, but that they're not doing cardio. They're moving their hands, pulling up whatever it is, right? They're doing physical labor, but cardio, when you run, walk fast, is what gets rid of that sugar that you don't need. So even though they're in the field 10 hours working in the sun and they look skinny and their insides, their pancreas, their stuff that has to do with high blood pressure is working overtime. So they look healthy, they got six pack, they look strong, muscles, veins. Your uncle looks healthy, boom, heart attack, high blood pressure, whatever it is, because his organs don't have the proper nutrition or have too much sugar, have too much of this or that, because that's why they die. And even though they look fit and stronger, you know, in the United States, when somebody has a heart attack and die, they're like 300 or 400 pounds from eating shit. And in this case, Filipinos they look good as fuck when they die. You know, good shape, better than the Americans. Now, obviously, everybody's different. Like, you know, everybody's body. But yeah, high blood pressure. Um, One way to control it is, like I said, my body has a lot of muscle, and it doesn't like that. Like, my blood pressure sometimes is high, right? My sugar sometimes is high. I got to control it, eating less, moving more, and then it comes down. You know, cardio and all that shit. So the thing is, my body doesn't understand muscle weight. It just, you know, everybody's body doesn't know that you have muscles. Bodybuilders, they got veins, they got like fucking muscle everywhere. The number one problem they suffer is high blood pressure and diabetes, because the body knows that it has like 300 pounds of muscle, right? But your body doesn't understand where's the weight coming from. It could be muscle or fat. 300 pounds is 300 pounds. A normal person weighs 170, 150. A guy that bodybuilds is weighing 300, 400 pounds, right? Whatever they lift. That's a lot of weight. If all muscle, that's great that it's all muscle, but it's still weight. Your body, your organs is detecting weight, a gravity down into the earth, weight. That doesn't understand it's pure muscle. They get diabetes, high blood pressure. That's why you see bodybuilders that's big, when they start competing, they look skinny as fuck. Because, you know, they made millions with the muscles, millions of dollars, and then they retire. They know, you know, if that wasn't the case, they would stay big as fuck. But the doctors say that's just too much weight. It's gonna kill you, this and that, and they start losing weight because obviously, you know, the weight, the weight factor messes up, gives you high blood pressure. And again, you could be the healthiest looking bodybuilder, six packs, veins everywhere. That extra weight is killing you slowly. So what they do is they stop lifting weights, they stop getting heavy because it's just not good. It's not worth to die young. You know, it's not worth it. So they lose weight, they look skinnier, but they made millions, you know, as bodybuilders. My answer is long as fuck. I hope they're not real long. Yeah, so my channel, I'm gearing it maybe towards like less gym, because and also get so much copyrights from the gym. I only make a couple of dollars here from my old videos, teaching videos like this. If I put this up, there's no copyright, and hopefully, the thing with live streams is like watching the news. On Manila, you watch the news, right? Newscast. You watch the weather, the news. Like, nobody watches the news again the next day because it's old news. So live streams are like that. Like, people watch it during the live stream, but they don't watch it again, unless if it's a title that catches the attention and all that, right? So then they watch it. But right now, all my videos that's live stream, maybe for the first 2 weeks, and then I make a few dollars. But if I do a video teaching somebody something, how to fix something, how to do this and that, or information, you know, I used to give out old information, that still pays. I got videos out paying me from fucking 6 years ago when I started this channel. Um, my other channel is older. I think my other channel is 15, 18 years old. This one is only 6 years. And so this one has videos that I put that still fucking pays me from the information. And the other one pays me a little bit, not that much no more, because the other one was suspended and it was just harder to put stuff out. But I put all my main stuff in here and I just left it here. Hi guys, thanks. Hey man, I appreciate everybody that came over. Alex, Tox is back. I appreciate it. I gotta deliver this. It's an important load. It's a high paying load. Believe it or not, all combined is around $8,000. So, this is my shiny truck here. It's a beast right here. But yeah, this load pays a lot, so I gotta concentrate. And I'll be watching videos, and I appreciate you guys. Okay. Okay.